good. How are you doing?
Oh my God, it's so freaking nice to meet you. Can you pronounce your name for me? Is it Jammalyn or Jammalyn?
Yes, it's Jammalyn.
Oh, Jammalyn.
Correct.
What an interesting name to such an interesting person. Welcome to Interviewers Interviews. And there's something about the human spirit
Mm.
that can go in so many different directions. And someone's story in particular, it just grabs at my heart. And that's the only reason why, like, that's my prerequisite. It grabs at my heart, and I'm like, okay, I want to know more about this person. Um,
Wow. Thank you.
Instead of describing what you do, I'll describe what you do after. But we'll just look at a little kind of thing that we put together. When I watch your videos, I'm like, life has rules and it has boundaries and you know, in life you can follow the path that's kind of been laid out for everyone else,
Mhm.
or you could live your life like you that has no boundaries, no limits, what seems like no fear. I mean, you get hurt a lot, you fall a lot, you go over the same kind of like treacherous kind of move that you do in these random ass places that there's like no protection at all. And, I look at you and I'm watching your videos and I'm like, God, she's so free
Oh.
from all of it. So, where are you from?
Wow. I thank you so much for that too. Wow, wow. I am from Visalia, California.
Okay.
Yes.
And how did like skating come into your life?
So skating came into my life as a kid. I have always been interested in sports, and my mom is very athletic. And so she immediately got me into the very odd sports. And there's one of the few things to do in my local town is go to the roller rink.
Mhm.
So she grew up going there, and then she introduced me to it. And I immediately fell in love with it. And one of the things that they offer at the roller rink is roller hockey. And my mom immediately got me into that when she saw that I couldn't take my rollerblades off of my feet.
That's really funny.
I just loved the rink. I wanted to be there from every session. I knew all the session times throughout the weekend, throughout the weekdays in the summertime when it was open. And she, even though I was like one of three girls, including my sister, to join the hockey league, she just wanted me to be in that environment. Like she didn't care that I was a girl with, in a man's, in a,
Yeah,
boy's sport.
sure.
And yeah, and so that's kind of how it started about 5 or 6 years old, just running around with rollerblades around my neighborhood and going to the rink every day.
You know,
And yeah.
I truly find it fascinating the way people find their paths. And I've just grown to kind of realize that you kind of have to listen to that voice that's inside of your heart that's kind of telling you to do something, even though it may not be like whatever it is, conventional or unconventional. I just think it's so important to listen to that, to feed your soul. It seems like that is, you took something that's kind of a hobby, or just something like an extracurricular activity. No one would really think that you could make a job. Your skates mostly have four wheels, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when did it become something for you where you're like, holy cow, I can do what I love and make it lucrative at the same time? Was it like kind of like the birth of the Instagram world?
Yeah, so actually, when I broke away from using roller skating as a sport,
Mhm.
because I was a part of, a roller hockey team. And then when I became a teenager, I tried out roller derby, fell in love with it. And
Mm,
I've always loved it so much. So, and I was like, oh, I want to do this, for the rest of my life and maybe make a living off of it. So, one way I was thinking for roller derby was go to the Olympics, or be a part of LA Derby dolls and maybe get paid was the idea. But it was definitely in my subconscious. Like I was like, oh, I want to do this forever.
right.
And so I did derby up until COVID, and then when COVID happened, all sports shut down, of course, especially roller derby because it's super contact sport. And next to the rink that I was skating at the time was a skate park right next door. So a lot of us roller derby players went to the skate park when that shut down, when our derby team shut down. So from there, I fell in love with park skating and trick skating and Instagram. I didn't even have an Instagram before COVID, really. Didn't have one. And so there was a huge kind of resurgence of roller skating, and Instagram did help make it become lucrative, but I had no idea at this time in my life that I could make a living off of it, or I could be
Right.
sponsored in this sort of way. I thought it was more of like I was going to make it as a sports team and with the team.
Right.
Yeah.
It's interesting how you can kind of in the age of Instagram and in the age of social media, you could create your own job. And it's become a real vehicle for advertising and sponsorships and creative people like you could stay in this creative realm and it's just it's so absolutely cool. Do you go kind of all over the country, all over the do people seek you out and say, come here? I see you doing like different events. Like I've seen you at biking events. Do people seek you out for like an entertainment type of thing in the beginning?
They do. It's very yes, they do. I get offered by a lot of events. It's very kind of all over the place, which I
Yeah.
love. I love it like that. I love going to events, concerts, but mainly I do get asked by like roller skate or skate events.
Mhm.
For example, there's an event that happens in the Central Coast called Skate Safari, and it's new. It just started 3 years ago, but they're gonna have another one in December. But basically, they have a band right next to this giant, tall. It's about 13 and a half foot vert ramp,
Mhm.
and it's one of the longest in width vert ramps.
Mhm.
And they have last time they played, they had Slightly Stupid play. So I'll be skating on the vert ramp, and there'd be a huge crowd, and I'll be skating to a live band, and they incorporated aerial artists, so it's a huge new event. And I do go. I love events. I love skating. I'll just show
Yeah.
up to random ones, and I love traveling, and it's the most fun thing in the world to incorporate roller skating into my travels, into exploring the world. There's roller skaters all over the world. But I am sponsored by an apparel brand that flies me to different places of the world. And
Cool.
yeah, so I'm super lucky. That's where a lot of my traveling does come from when I go to different places, but it did start before that as well. And using
Is your dog paid also?
my dog is right
Oh my
here.
God.
She's listening.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name is Lilo.
Oh my God, she's so cute. She's literally your little sidekick, chasing you around. I love her and all the videos. So do you think, so is the work that you're getting increasing as more you get more exposure, you get more out there? Did you ever think that you would be here at this point of time living your life in this way? Did you see it?
I think I didn't really see it like this. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm in some very unique situations. I believe there was one time when I was at the skate park and I was like, wow, it would be so nice to do this to get like paid for it. Basically when I say getting paid for it, just make it my whole life,
Yeah.
and like just because I think that's so beautiful in life, like living out your passion. And I feel like I have the unique opportunity to do that right now, because of getting paid and being sponsored. So I don't think I don't think I saw it like this, but I definitely, wanted it and asked for it. Like I was like, oh, it'd just be so nice, and then it actually came true.
Well,
And
you
yeah,
have to, there's a definitive amount of work that goes into pursuing your dreams, and you have to be all in. You
yeah,
absolutely have to put all your chips on the board. And I think over time, what you or myself, it starts to pay off. If you work hard enough at something, it starts to pay off. But
absolutely.
I think it's more important now than ever you have one shot, zero until the time you peace out in the world. You have one shot. Like, how are you going to live your life? How are you going to wake up in the morning and be really excited about it and be really happy about it and be true to yourself? Um, I think that's the secret. Uh, I don't think there's a blueprint for how we're supposed to live life, but I do think it's necessary to follow your heart, um, and feed your dreams. And that is like
Absolutely.
exactly what you're doing. So you obviously have a pretty risky job. You really do. What are your battle scars? Like, what are you like? I see you there in your t-shirt, and sometimes your legs are not covered, and you have no knee pads, no shoulder pads, no helmet, and you seem totally fine. I can't even find a scratch on you.
It's so funny. I think it's a common theme with some athletes, especially in like this realm, like, skateboarders and
Yeah.
bikers, like in the X Games and Circus Olay. It's almost like taboo to talk about it, and I feel like
Oh,
it's not.
really?
It's well,
Oh,
kind of. I mean, yeah, it's funny because I
sorry.
feel like no, no, not at all. Because I actually want to be really honest with you. Knock on wood, but so because I do it a lot and I
Yeah,
practice a lot, and there's a lot of steps that I take before like filming a trick and stuff, like, and sometimes I do wear a helmet behind the scenes, and
yeah.
sometimes I'm also required to wear a helmet depending, on where I'm at. But yeah, so I try to fall as best as I can. So right now I'm actually like unscathed, believe it or not. Like I skate every day. I'm trying to think. Yeah. But I try to fall to the best of my ability, especially to like preserve my bones. Although I don't care, I'll have scratches and stuff, and I don't mind that. It's pretty
When
epic
I
looking
was,
sometimes.
when I was, I want to say ages like 15 to 17, I was permanently on rollerblades. I literally rollerbladed everywhere. That was I loved it, but that was also my mode of transportation. Like if I wanted to go to my friend's house, like I would just rollerblade.
Totally.
And do you know when there's a park and there are those like long, wide stairs that go down like into where the park is? And so I would rollerblade and you pick up speed,
Hmm.
as you go down like each level, like you're picking up more speed as you go. And I understand exactly what you mean. You learn how to fall because
Yes.
you get that wobble,
Yes.
you get that wobble where
Hmm.
the next time and it's a split second, the next time your feet are going to land, like you're falling, like,
Yes.
and I would like dive into the grass. I would dive, you know what I mean? Like that you always look for if there's a soft spot, like you look for the soft spot and you
Right.
just dive into the soft spot or something that could potentially stop you,
Yes.
arms into the back of a van, all of those things. But no, knock on wood, you look like an expert at falling.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I think it's so I actually laugh when I fall. I think it's such a funny thing. And some people say that do have like an angel surrounding me, but or I get lucky or something. But I think I only attempt things too when I feel 100% confident. Like I'm like, oh, I got this, and then you have that shield around you, the confidence shield. It's almost
yeah.
like you can't be affected, or you know you can do it. So it's kind of like manifesting, or like you can do it. I feel like that's so powerful.
I think you and your spirit are incredibly powerful. Like, even just talking to you, and even though we're both on screens, I just feel this effervescence that just comes like out of your pores. And when you talk about, tricks that you do, you literally talk about them like they're nothing. But I mean, I won't even walk with my feet on is where you are on roller skates. Let me show
Oh my gosh.
this photograph.
Oh, oh yes, yeah.
Have you ever clocked your speed? Have you ever
Well,
clocked your speed?
my friends have clocked my speed. It's so funny, all these stories, and I'm so lucky I have a place to share them, like Instagram, and make, these collages. But yeah, my friends have clocked my speed at like, I was bombing a hill in Medellin, Colombia with a bunch of locals. It's a famous hill bomb. And they all ride motorcycles out there. So they were following us on motorcycles, and it was on a freeway, but they clocked me at around 40 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Is
Do you ski?
I used to ski.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because you just have that, glide side to side, like incredible balance. I
Yeah.
started, when I was a teenager, I had less fear. And when you're out of practice of doing those things, it's just your body going a certain speed. And if you're out of practice doing that, fear is just gonna jump in and say hello and maybe take over. For normal people like us, like normal fear is gonna take over. But what I just admire, and I'm so in awe of people like you that just seem to literally skate on the edge of life. I
Mhm.
just feel like there is such a freedom that that we don't know, that we haven't experienced. Like, and I can only imagine that that kind of freedom and that kind of letting go and that kind of surrender. Also, you're very experienced in what you do. So I know that you've had a lot of practice doing it, but still, you're literally rollerblading down a vertical mountain where normal people use their feet. You know, have some sort of stability with feet, walking down those things. And have you always been a daredevil? Like, have you always been a daredevil?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, my mom can confirm. Yes. Yeah. And what you say about freedom, everything you're saying is so beautiful, by the way, and resonates with me. And yeah, it's an obsession. Like once you feel it, you want more and you feel more comfortable with it. And then, you keep going and you get more comfortable with that letting go and just that freedom feeling. But yes, I have been a daredevil. Yeah, always since I was a kid.
Have you, I'm gonna write down my answer and then we'll see your answer. Have you jumped out of a plane?
No, I haven't
I had
yet.
yes, it's backwards,
Yes.
but I had
Oh, funny. Oh my gosh, funny. Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I've definitely so when I do that, I definitely want to wear skates. Absolutely.
really.
Yes, I can't imagine like doing that for my first time. I think the opportunity hasn't come just yet, it just hasn't aligned. But yeah, I definitely want to do that one day.
I'm just curious, would you land on a runway? Because you're going to need some sort of pavement, no? Like it couldn't be like a bare patch of land, with, right? Like if you were landing on your skates?
That's true. I think usually those runways, the grass looks so soft and compact that I could probably like lightly land and then it might be a not a bad rollout
Yeah,
on the grass if it's.
you're so funny. I can't wait to see that. Let's see. Here's another question. Where was the most challenging place you have completed like a trick?
Ooh, that's a great question. Okay, the most challenging place I have completed a trick. That's a phenomenal question. I think I have some tricks that I haven't completed yet. I have to go back and complete them if I want to. I was lucky enough to film for the apparel brand that I skate for. It's called Lazo,
Mhm.
and they flew me out to Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Wow.
And yes, amazing. There's some skaters also on the team that live there. And so that's why I flew out there. And they also come to California.
Was that like a film that you did in January?
Yes, that was released in January.
And so was that a film about skaters?
Yes.
I want to include that in your little in your bio. I would definitely like to tap into that. I saw that on your Instagram. It was you and about five or six other skaters.
Yes.
And were you just all documented in Buenos Aires?
This one, we're actually filming a brand new video. And so when we filmed in Buenos Aires, that was in February, filming for a whole new video we're coming out with, not this year, but the following year. So it takes a little while to film everyone's tricks
Yeah.
and doing stuff in the meantime because we're doing some apparel drop and everything like that. So
So
yeah,
those pieces are all for Lazo the apparel.
yes,
That's awesome.
it's incredible.
What kind of stuff do they sell?
So they first started out with shoes
Mhm.
and now they're doing apparel. Recently they've dropped like socks and a top, but they're gonna release a whole apparel line, head to toe, even a hat.
Is it all
Um,
skate stuff? Like for
yes,
skaters? Okay.
for
Okay.
skaters, really for all. It's actually more of a female woman's brand.
Nice.
They don't have actually when they dropped their shoes, there weren't any men's shoe sizes.
Huh.
So It's all,
Interesting.
it's very neat. All about female empowerment. A lot of the women that are designing the clothes are skaters that skate for the brand itself and are really creative artists. Beautiful artwork and designs that they made for the clothes.
Is it a male dominated field that is now getting more female recognition? I would say in the past, how long do you think it has become like equal for the females and the males to be in like similarly leveled competitions?
Right. So roller skating is super unique, especially trick roller skating or skate park roller skating. It is very female dominated.
Yeah.
And they're the beautiful or maybe just the unique thing about it is that there's no male counterpart to compare it to. So
Yeah.
kind of like all these sports like basketball, baseball, softball, there's this male counterpart that you can be like, "Oh, I'd rather, watch this and or that." But there's actually no male counterpart. And although we haven't made it to the Olympics yet,
Mhm.
so there isn't like it, there is in the works organizations to try to get it to the Olympics and into
Sure.
the X Games and
Sure,
everything.
sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because it's definitely, it's an art, it's a sport. It's extremely athletic, all the flips that you do. And I mean, obviously, you don't even have to work out because of all the output that you literally get out just doing everything that you're doing of, getting all that
Right.
system to get the air to be able to do the tricks that you do. You make it seem like you're as light as a feather
Oh,
when you're, flipping in between everything, but
yeah.
it's absolutely so cool. And I love the fact that even with your dog, like nipping at your heels, like you still literally make all your moves. And I think your dog, Lilo,
Lilo.
I think she
Yeah.
has a sense. I think she has a sense of when to like let you go.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I got her when she was 2 months old from the pound. She was like a pandemic pal.
Mm.
Got her during COVID, and everything went online and I was, working from home and everything for a little while. So I got a puppy and I really wanted to get her because I was living in a hilly area. So I was skating the hills a lot and I wanted a dog to tow me up the hill
That's funny.
and so I could skate down it. Yeah. And so I got the best
That is
yeah, yeah.
genius. Genius.
Yeah, yeah, and she's been the best. I found her online at the SBCA, and then when I went in, I got introduced to all these other puppies, but I don't know. She was my dog. I just sensed it. I was like, I wanted her, and she's been the best dog. Yeah, and she towed me up the hills when I was living in Pismo, very hilly area, and yeah, has been skating with me since she was a puppy, going to the skate park, so she just has this sixth sense around me.
I love your style and I love
Mm.
your custom skates.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, I know the white you have a tall white skate that's a platform boot.
Yes.
Um, what the fuck? Like how do you
Yes.
like how do you do that in a heel? How do you freaking roller skate in a heel? But you do. And then you have other ones that light up. So
Yes.
who collaborates on your skates with you?
Yeah, so and you won't believe it. I'm so glad you asked that. 2 days ago, I'm wearing my flip-flop skates,
Oh my God.
and these
They're
light up as well.
hysterical. Oh my
So,
God.
how cute are these? And
Yes, they are, but how the hell do they stay on your feet?
they surprisingly, so there were people, my friends were like, "How are you going to do that? Don't you need a strap around the heel?" They work perfectly. They are
Those are cracking me up. Wow.
they
Those are,
yeah, they're the best skates. I'm obsessed
oh
with
my God.
them.
You
I got
need
them. Yeah, they're really, I think I got them for $10.
the
They
flip
were really
flops.
good. What was that?
The flip-flops?
Yes, $10. They're in a nice brand, but they were discounted at a
Yeah.
store. And but yeah, they work so perfect. I'm obsessed with them right now.
You put them on a skate platform.
Yes.
And how do you
Yeah.
secure it?
So these actually my boyfriend made for me. He has a workshop and he makes surfboards. So he's been wanting to make skates for me for a while. But typically, my skate shop that I ride for, Pigeons Roller Skate Shop, made the white go-go boots,
Can I tell
which
you
are
something?
yeah.
I am, and just look, finish your story about the white ones.
Yeah, the white. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I got the white. Those are my favorite. I think they're in my car right now, but the white ones I got off of eBay. I got the boot. They're a discontinued boot from this like gorgeous like online store. And I got those and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need these, but I'm not going to wear them because I skate so much." I brought them to the skate shop in Long Beach and they made them for me in about a month.
Yeah.
They're super custom.
Right,
Yeah, because the heel is actually really tall.
right.
So they needed an extra long. I think they ordered or actually custom made a nail that would go through the heel because they're pretty tall. And
Wow.
yeah, they made these are my gold go-go boots.
Do they all light
Um,
up?
yes,
Oh
yes,
my
they do.
God. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Now, wait, about the lights. Do the lights go out ever?
They honestly, they last super a really long time. I don't think I've ever had. No, actually, I think I have had. There's a magnet
Mhm.
inside the bearing. There's two magnets on one side of the bearing and then the other side of the bearing. And when that magnet goes out, if it stops lighting up, then I can just change the magnet.
All right, so what I was going to say before was you realize, like, I'm almost afraid to post this interview because I feel like you have some things to do before we post this interview. You have business in these fucking custom skates. Do you know?
Yeah.
You literally brought up that orange terry cloth flip-flop skate, and I was looking at it. I have four children. And I was looking at it, I was like, my daughter, my youngest, she's 12 years old. She would die for those skates. Like, how many kids would buy those flip-flop skates? You would have to sell them with a disclaimer. Whatever happens to your children's feet is your responsibility. I'm not responsible for your children. But all joking aside,
Yeah.
very interesting what you have there. It's creative, it's you, it's fun. And I mean, in my opinion, I think fun sells.
Yes.
So think about that. We'll leave that for you to think about. But I was looking at all that stuff and I was just like, very interesting. Something you could definitely mainstream, something that's a lot of fun. You have such great personal style. You
Thank
have
you.
great instincts just based on what you do for yourself, that all you would have to do is just duplicate that same creativity for whatever brand you would want to create. I think it's something you should do. So take that
Thank
and do what you
you.
wish with it.
Thank you so much. I did start a little side brand, something just super for fun. It's called Go-Go Rollers.
Love it.
And so because on the side too, for fun, I actually serve at weddings. And because it's a really the area I live in, they have a lot of fun parties. And so I'm trying to get into that area. I served at a party recently and they had synchronized swimmers and they had like an aerial artist. So I'm actually trying to get in like to the entertainment because I'm like, man, you can like go-go boots, go-go rollers are kind of like an entertainment aspect to a party that anyone can add.
Absolutely.
So
And in all of the Instagram videos that I've seen of yours, you develop a crowd. There's definitely, no one's gonna stop what they're doing and turn around and look if it's not really eye-catching and interesting. And really what you do. I would 100% have you at a party. I think what you do is so incredible. It's so fun. It brings joy. But you do it really well
Thank you.
also, and you make it look effortless and go for it in all aspects that you can. What would
Yeah.
be, what would be an absolute dream in
Mm.
this kind of place that you've created for yourself? Where have you dreamt about, like, oh wow, if I could kind of make this happen, that would be incredible for me.
My dream would be, of course, number one, to roller skate until I die. Like I can see myself rolling at the rink, just way down the line, staying healthy so I can do this forever.
Yeah.
And then another main dream is to definitely have a little bit of land that I can build ramps on, like a dream ramp setup, like a mini ramp in a pump track into a vert ramp, for example. And then with that, I want to have like, a lot of more dogs and
Right.
like animals, and I want to have like sheep, like I want to have like a bunch of skate animals basically, and for just
Are sheep,
friends.
wait, sheep are skate animals? Are they?
I I thought about this, and same with goats, because goats do yoga with people. I feel like you can evolve. Like I never thought I would be skating with a dog, with my dog, and I think that like if I get them as a baby, that they could be comfortable with it, like a baby cow, and like kind of just they're on the farm, kind of like that scenario, and they're super comfortable with the ramps because it can be kind of loud sometimes, especially with a lot of people. I just think it would be it's so dreamy to me. And then all my friends and family can come over, can have events, parties, people can come and skate the ramps and
Right,
get together.
right. Um, where, like, what I find incredible when people are kind of on the path that they're supposed to be on, and I do believe we have a purpose. We need to figure that out, what that is. And one of the purposes, I think, is to really just figure out who you are. I think we're born with a personality, with kind of like a spirit. I think we're born with a spirit. I think throughout our lives in childhood, that kind of gets shaped and formed. For me, there was a point in my life where I was like, you know what? I'm not really who I want to be.
Mm,
I don't really feel like myself. So I kind of turned into the direction of this,
mm,
and it's never felt more right.
mm,
And along that way, I feel like had I not made that move, I would not be meeting all of the incredible people that I've been meeting on this path similar to you, was just like, oh, this is where I'm going and this is where I need to be. And the incredible people that you meet along the way. I mean,
absolutely.
even through, the film that you did and the sponsorships that you have.
Hmm.
It seems like your boyfriend does stuff with you too. Doesn't he ride a motorcycle and, right?
Yeah, he does so much with me. I he doesn't he doesn't ride a motorcycle, but he's a surfer. So he also he's a videographer and a photographer. So how funny is that? But we do go on a lot of adventures because we're very similar. Like he loves we have it cut out for ourselves. Yeah, because and I surf with him, and we both love hiking and hot springs. So it's like, oh my gosh, the amount of things that we could do in a day is crazy, between all these activities.
Where did you two meet?
we met in a hot spring.
Oh, that's funny.
It was, yeah, super beautiful. It's in a like a rural. You have to hike. It's uphill, steep, public, like just in the land, just in a random tub, and then it just kind of went off from there.
Funny. Funny. Isn't it
Yeah.
funny that, and I'm sure you've dated people that you didn't have a lot in common with, and that's just a disaster. Um,
Yes.
I think, if you're going to cohabitate with someone and live with someone, you should have most things in common. Uh,
Yes.
Not everything, but most things in common. And how long have you guys been together?
So with Matt, we've been together for a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
So not yeah, it feels like we've lived like in a good way many lives together. We've done
Yeah.
so much. When he found out after Argentina, after that sponsored trip, Brazil is right there, and I had never been to South America. He when I was going to Brazil, he met me out there. He's like, "Oh my gosh, that's a famous surf spot. I got to meet you out there." And so,
Funny. Funny. That's
yes.
amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing.
So he, like you, is someone that's on the edge.
Yes.
I literally I've never been a good swimmer. I always had a fear of the water because I always lost my breath. So
Mm,
I was never, you have to be really relaxed.
yes.
And I think it's with anything, with what you do, with any kind, with skiing, with swimming. If your body, with driving, anything, if your
Yeah.
body is not relaxed, that's going to make you fall.
Right.
That is really, that's what's going to mess you up. So
Mhm.
last year or the year before that, I just practiced swimming. I practiced and I practiced and I practiced and I got over my fear, except for in the ocean.
Mm,
When the waves are really big, I get really scared. Like I
yeah.
just feel like that's going to be the end of me and I'm going to be out to sea with Nemo. Um, I have got my kids, they go into the ocean, the bigger the waves, the better. And they jump, they dive into the wave and they feel it, they feel the water.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll figure it out one day. I'll spend 2 weeks with someone that's one with the ocean and, they'll teach me how to, get over that fear because it's something that I definitely want to do. But
Yes.
do you surf as well? You said you did, right?
Yes. I'm definitely I was born and raised in the Central Valley, so didn't grow up surfing or anything like that, but started, when I left home at 18. But yeah, so I surf with him a little bit, but he's incredible. He's such a good surfer, and
Yeah.
it's so fun. I've actually never dated a surfer before, so it's so fun, the yin and yang. Like I can be so high energy, and he's like, "Go, you got to go take a skate,"
Yeah,
we get out of
funny.
the house, and like, got to get out. And
Yeah.
he is so relaxed, like just so chill all the time, and just like, yeah, it's so beautiful to watch him surf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a I love I've always loved the ocean, loved it and swam in it, but yeah, so I'm learning how to surf more and more and how to catch a
Oh, that's
wave and
awesome.
everything. So it's
Awesome.
so awesome. Yeah, but I'm so glad to find someone with
Adventurous.
so adventurous and just that supports me. He is such an amazing supporter, truly. And you've made me think a second ago, just like having someone with similarities. My first boyfriend, before COVID, before all this,
Mhm.
before roller skating became like cool again or popular,
Yeah.
um, he actually, my first boyfriend, he didn't want me to wear, when we went off to college and I would go visit him, he was like, "Don't bring your skates. Like, I don't want you to be known as like the roller skater around campus, like kind of like the weird one or something." And
Yeah.
so it's just such a drastic difference, from then. Of course, we evolve and we learn and everything, but yeah, just having someone accept you and love you for who you are, who you truly are.
It's so important. Not that we need,
Right.
like I've come to understand that the biggest superpower that we have is just simply believing in ourselves
Absolutely.
and doing something with fear, even if you're afraid. Like you just have to do it anyway. Big deal, you failed. Like big deal. Move on and
Yes.
go try again at something else. But it's really nice to have someone that supports you and
Absolutely.
really necessary if you're in a relationship with someone for that person to
Yes.
put wind in your sails. If you don't have someone like that, it's a waste of time.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
just, for someone to actually, your greatest asset is you, Jammalyn. Your
Yeah. Thank you.
asset is how unique you are
Mm.
and how absolutely against the grain you are and how different you are than the weirder, the better. Um,
Yeah.
that's your lifeline. That's how you're alive. And that's why people turn around and look at what you're doing, like, holy shit, like what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, I'm like, well, that's the fucking great way to live life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, to all the girls or guys out there, your significant other should be really supportive. And if they're not,
Absolutely.
go it alone. Like, just go it alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing, hopefully nothing that should hold you back, because of course I've been, before him, I was on my own, and oh my gosh, yeah, I have a bunch of friends too. Yeah, just having a supportive group and I got Lilo, I'm so fortunate. Yeah, counting my,
I think,
my blessings.
I think for a lot of us, the glass is half full.
Yeah.
And, we just have to try our best to be a good person to the people around you and
Yes.
just have a great fucking time as much as you possibly can. Because what's the point? We live in this
Yeah,
beautiful place on this beautiful earth
right.
staring at, an impeccably blue sky and these
Mm.
beautiful green trees. And you go to all of these incredible places all over the world. You must pinch yourself and be like, I can't believe this is my life, but
Yeah.
I think you and who you are, I think it's just a
Mhm.
testament. And the reason why I wanted to talk to you was also to kind of show anyone that's out there, you could do anything you possibly want with your life, if it's in your heart, if it's something that you want to do. There's a place for everybody. There's a place for incredibly talented, beautiful roller skaters to, make a living traveling the world doing wild tricks, on the tops of mountains, like in the places on Earth. Just
Yeah.
go.
I absolutely pinch myself. I mean, yeah, I think, and you're totally right. There's a place for everyone to follow their passions. You have no idea what is out there. I had no idea. I still am shocked, and humbled, by all these opportunities. Like there's an organization in Oslo, Norway called Girls on Wheels, and they want me to come out next summer. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Oops, there we go. They want me to come out next summer and pay me and all the flight and everything to teach. Just incredible. Yeah, it's incredible. What can happen when you truly love something and you're following it. And yeah, so I totally pinch myself all the time.
When things are real and true and authentic, I think there's just a real appreciation in our world for people like you. This is a question that I ask everyone,
Mm.
and we're making like a compilation of everyone's answer. What is the meaning of life?
Ooh, the meaning of life. Hmm. That's a good one. I think. I think the meaning of life is living to your truest self without hesitation, and living every day just being you, being authentically you, and having no regrets. Like, I think when I look back, you know, before I die, like, I want to just be so fulfilled. I think fulfilling your passion every day and being authentically you is the true meaning of life, I think. And being you brings you joy. I think just truly being you, um, and loving and giving back and is the meaning of life. Absolutely.
I couldn't agree more. Um, have you always been confident?
Hmm.
Because
I think,
you,
yeah,
and I don't mean it in an egotistical way. It just seems like you have a good sense of who you are.
yeah.
So have you always had like a good sense of who you are?
It's funny. I think I have become more and more confident. This is probably one of the most confident times, and right, in like a just non egotistical way. But I think the more and more authentic I become to my truer self, the more confident I become, because I just know who I am and I accept who I am and I embrace it and I love it and I love it. I love who I am, and I don't look for other people's approval anymore. And I think that that's obviously something you grow more and more, as you
Absolutely.
become a woman and everything. But definitely, I wasn't always this confident, but yeah, I feel like I become more and more truer to myself the more confident I become.
I think once you realize that you're self-reliant, that you really have everything that you need inside of this container to kind of, handle what comes to you in life. It wasn't until recently, I'm such a late bloomer, but such a late bloomer. I'm 48. It wasn't until recently that someone explained to me that, when you get nervous,
Yeah,
not about like doing a trick or something, but in a scenario, am I doing the, where you get worried? Am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right choice? It's like a warning system.
right.
When you get that feeling in your stomach, like it's like a warning system. It makes you contemplate things. It's like, okay, take a second look at that. Or, when you talk about self-reliance, or you talk about feeling like your truest self, once you feel that place in your heart of like personal joy or personal satisfaction, or like you've reached a personal goal, you've done something, like once you feel that in your heart, you're like, oh, okay, that's where I want to stay for most of the time that I spend on the planet. Not that it's a
Mhm.
constant, but that's like a goal that you're going to work towards, your personal goals, your personal achievements. Um, and
Definitely.
those things in life, self-reliance, I think those things are what make us more secure in ourselves and I guess more aware of the people we should be with and the things that we want to do and the risks we want to take and the places that we want to go. Um, so life and the journey, it's just, it's a really wild, magical kind of experience that we get to be a part of, that we're lucky enough to be a part of.
Mhm.
What are you going to make of it?
Absolutely. I 100%. Everything you said is so beautiful. And I think what I'm going to make of it is I find that people, when I travel, I find that people see something in me that they want to see in themselves sometimes. And kind of they're like, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? Like a bravery. And it's, and I think kind of spreading that and passing that on is is so beautiful. And maybe, finding, just like kind of like we're talking about, like finding your genuine self, finding kind of your mission. And mine kind of is coming naturally. Like I think I do make an impression on people, like, and it's because of knowing myself, knowing that I have the confidence to do this and that I can do it, and believing in myself. So I think just keep passing that on, and just sharing all these beautiful moments with people is also a part of my mission, and what I'm going to make of this journey through life, and sharing more experiences of life through roller skating. I think, yeah.
You hit the nail on the head. When I was watching all of your videos, it's kind of exactly what I thought. It was I would like to be more brave like that. I would like to be more carefree like that. And just even though something is scary to do it anyway. I started skiing with my kids many years ago. They surpassed me, within like 2 years. They were all black diamond skiers.
Yeah.
Kids don't, they're like, okay, time to go to the top of the mountain. And I'm like, see
Yeah.
you there. Uh, but slowly, I've been pushing myself to go a little steeper and pushing myself to go a little steeper. And falling's not that bad.
Right.
It's really not. Like, even though when you're falling down a mountain, you're just kind of at the mercy and your knees are bent and you're just sliding down like a dilapidated starfish or, a moment in time. You really don't get hurt. Grant, I'm cautious. My speed's not so great. I'm cautious. But it
Yeah.
goes back to that fear thing. When I relax,
Hmm.
a year ago,
Right.
my body moves, more in sync with like the land and the speed and how I'm going. So there's definitely a letting go that needs to occur. Do you have a really good relationship with your mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, she's always instilled confidence in me. She's a confident woman,
Yep.
ambitious. She rides motorcycles to this day, is riding motorcycles. Just a couple months ago, I was talking to her and she was like, I think I broke a rib, like on her motorcycle. She just moved to the Midwest and living out her dream. And so and she got some acres and with her husband, and she loves riding motorcycles and all that.
You have
So
do you have
yeah,
siblings?
I do. I have five siblings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or any of them like you?
Actually, it's so funny. None are like me. We're all very different from each other. It's really funny. Although three of my siblings are step siblings,
Mhm.
we grew up together, like since we were kids, like little kids, and but yeah, we're all so different from one another. It's crazy. Yeah.
Of course. Every single one of my children are so drastically different.
Right.
Yeah, I'm so different than my sister. Yeah, it's just normal. I thought like someone might be a daredevil too. Do they take
Yeah.
risks like you do as far as like skiing or surfing and things like that? Or is that just mainly you?
My little brother, he definitely is a daredevil, a little bit. Like he'll bomb hills on a skateboard. I think he had like a crazy wipeout, a couple years ago. I mean, he's fine. I think he just like cut up his arms and stuff. And he's like 4 years younger than me, and we grew up playing hockey together. So he was kind of like my like mirror. So yeah, and but the other ones, it's so funny how that is. And I almost wish that like we could be daredevils together, because they're like my best friends. And so and I'll be like, come to the skate park with me, or like come do this. And they're like, no, they got their own life, their own hobbies. So it's so funny that way.
Is there someone that you would absolutely love to do a trick with? Like someone
Ooh.
out there where you watch their work, you're a fan of their work, that you would like to perform, do tricks with.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. Um, that's such a good question. There's so many like talented athletes out there, like huge, huge athletes. I am so like engrossed in like, you know, roller skating and so many things. I can't even like think. I am like I love skating with people and like collaborating. Like I run into a lot of talented skateboarders at skate parks. Like one of them just ran into Grayson Fletcher,
Mhm.
who's yeah, an incredible skateboarder. And I think, yeah, it'd be fun to do a trick with him. Tony Hawk, of course, is the classic one. That would be, incredible. There's so many
Talented. There's so many.
so many talented athletes. I would be so lucky to like, yeah, I love collaborating. Like I love getting together with other, skaters or, bikers or anyone. And so I'd be so excited to, yeah, to skate with anyone. It's so funny. Yeah, I get in my own bubble, like with my
Totally.
with the local skaters and like and adventures. I'm always on the next adventure. I'm like, okay, what's next?
Aside from skating, like what's your next adventure coming up?
So my next adventure coming up, I probably am gonna come up with something in between now and then, but in October, for the first time, I'm gonna be doing a sponsored trip for a month from October to November. My sponsor, Lazo, one of them, Lazo's going to be renting a bus, basically like an RV, all equipped. And I will be on the tour the whole month. And then there will be three other skaters also on the tour. And then he's going to be flying in some like one weekend, another weekend. And we're going to be road tripping from California to Florida
Crazy.
for a month filming and
What
just
an
yeah. Yeah.
opportunity.
Well, yeah, it's really a dream because that's what I love to do. Yeah, I love road trips especially. And Lilo, I just actually got confirmation this morning that Lilo is totally good to go for the month. She's going to be on the RV
Amazing.
as well. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. It's
Free dog food?
yeah, freedom. I cook for her. I just started cooking for her.
Oh,
So
really? Oh, of course
yeah,
you do.
yeah, because she's 5 now. So I just, want her to keep healthy, stay healthy.
Gross.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. I have a dog now, but I had dogs my whole life, and we always bought like these bags of the dry dog food, and that's what they ate. And looking back on it, I'm like, the poor dogs. Like,
Yeah.
it's gross, and it's just some like concoction of I don't even, yeah. Cook for your dogs. It's very simple.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. It's way more simple than I thought it was going to be. So chill. So I already see a difference too. But
Uh,
yeah, be
so
something.
last question, as we close out, what do you think are the three most important aspects of life?
Hmm. The three most important aspects of life to me, I definitely believe number one is love.
Mm.
I am always like finding ways like for me to better love myself, love others. I find that I got to make time for myself with all the chaos going on in my, life and so I want to always find that time to, to love myself, love others, and love my family and love everyone. Number one, and love my community. I love. Yeah, I think that it all starts like in order to find love within the world. Bringing people together, bringing that love in our community. And not judging anyone, is super huge. I think number two, a second aspect of life would be um, definitely following your dreams. Follow, it sounds cliche. Following, I think there's something to following what makes you happy, like always following the highs in life. Like if some idea is, it brings me like an immediate like happiness or high, like I think following those highs are super important. And then number three, oh gosh, there's so many aspects, but I do believe in peace. I think roller skating brings a lot of peace. I think that's why we're here today, and what brought us together is the peace of roller skating and what it can bring to people.
Joy.
Um, and I think you people find their own peace, and mine is roller skating. And so I think that and it can inspire people to find their own peace. And I think if people keep following that, we can find peace within the whole world. And I think that would be incredible.
I think one of the most incredible aspects of us as human beings is this complex system that we have for caring, for understanding, and for being not judgmental and being really open and accepting and being able to kind of, um, uh, compute those things in our minds, unlike
Yeah.
other species. We have the
Yeah.
ability to really choose kindness
Yes.
over anger and hatred and all of these really terrible things that you see going
Mm.
in the world. And I think it takes a stronger person to be not judgmental and more accepting of everyone in life than it does take to hate someone. So, with that, I am really pushing for peace on earth. I don't think
Mm.
it's absurd. I think
Yeah.
I don't think it's a grandiose idea. I don't
Right.
dream. I think if
Right.
really put their hearts and minds to it and stop being greedy,
Hmm.
I think that's something that we could definitely achieve. Otherwise, we're completely headed for a disaster. So, people really need to think,
Absolutely.
what's the alternative?
Yeah, it's nice to wake up. I think, and yeah, I think that's beautiful what you said. Kind of, we have all these abilities. We have beautiful brains, and we can dive into your brain, your own being, and yeah, choose the right things. Yeah, I think that was beautiful.
Well, here is to you, your spirit, your freedom, living life on the edge, inspiring men, women, children all over the planet to just be yourself. And that being enough to get you closer to your dreams and probably everything that you've ever imagined in life. Here's to you. You are unbelievable, Jammalyn. I
Oh.
to keep watching videos, see what else is out there. I wish you the absolute best. We will stay in
Oh,
touch. And
definitely.
thank you so much for being a part of this.
Oh my gosh. Thank you times a million. This is so beautiful. Thank you. And you're such an amazing human, and I'm so lucky to have met you. You're so bright. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Same, I just feel really blessed that I created this thing where all I do is look for people that move my heart, and then I get to have these incredible conversations with incredible people. Um,
Mm.
so I wish you the best. No injuries, minimal injuries, absolute wild, amazing life at life. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Take
All the love to
care.
you.
All the love to
Thank
you.
you.